With Expanded and Enhanced only being a month away, I have to say, I'm quite worried. We still don't have a set release date, we know very little about the game, and well, quite frankly, we haven't heard anything since the Tuners DLC. And the only thing we really know about Expanded and Enhanced from those leaks is really just minor and insignificant stuff. There's supposedly 2 new race modes coming, some performance upgrades to the existing cars, which is the Brioso, the Sentinel XS, Turismo Classic, Banshee, the Vesti 8 and the Kuchi Drag, and just some other liveries and just really anything that seems to be exclusive to this game mode and also to Expanded and Enhanced, when seemingly, to me at least, that doesn't really change all that much. There's also this new chameleon paint job, but is there really anything that you need an expanded and enhanced version with? Is this really where you need next gen power for, to add a new game mode, some performance upgrades and a new color on your car? I don't think that is really something people are going to be jumping out of their chair for and dashing out yet another $60. And if you're someone who already has a next-gen console, you can still play GTA 5 on either your Xbox Series X or your PlayStation 5. You're just playing the PS4 or Xbox One version, but it runs better, and some might argue it looks a little better too. Sure, it's still in 30 FPS, but it's not the 15 FPS lobbies that you're getting on the base consoles, and seemingly it's handling the game a lot better. So that gives even less reasons to really go and buy the expanded and enhanced versions, because at the time of recording, we still don't know if the game is even gonna run in 60 FPS, if not higher. And I think for most console players who are already used to 30 FPS, I don't really think that's gonna be that much of a significant upgrade to 60 FPS if they're already used to 30, and they're kinda like, well, if we're not getting anything significant added to the new versions of the game, why would I bother to get it? Obviously, on PlayStation 5, you'll be getting GTA Online for free for the first 3 months, but after that, is there really any sort of reason to dash out $60? Hopefully, they'll have a standalone version of GTA Online, but even those details are kind of contradicting at times, because we don't still really know what the deal with that is. How much it's going to cost, if it's going to be free to play, and if it's anything to go by with Red Dead Online standalone, it's probably going to be $20, which is still a decent amount of money for something that doesn't seem to be getting any sort of content that couldn't have been done on the current gen consoles. PC obviously being a different story, because that is much more flexible and there's a lot more hardware to consider, especially those higher end PCs I'm sure will be able to handle many DLCs to come. Obviously there's also an engine issue too, where, as we can probably tell, GTA Online is feeling rather clunky, and you can definitely see its age, especially on those consoles, because oh boy, sometimes it can feel really clunky to play. And for that reason, it really just seems like it's more going to be a glorified DLC or just a PC version on console. Rockstar really has yet to convince anyone that Expanded and Enhanced is worth it, and how they're expecting to do that, I don't really know. The only thing they have shown from Expanded and Enhanced is one trailer with PS3 footage, and another one that seems to have no significant upgrades whatsoever, and again, just looks like the PC version on console, and even slightly worse than that. Expanded and Enhanced definitely needs substantial changes and improvements to really appeal to people, to go, hey, this is how much better the new version of the game is, and if you do get it on the next gen consoles, then you will have a massive improvement over your previous version. I think if you're comparing the PS4 and the PS5 versions when it comes to the trailer, there really isn't anything to go like, wow, I am blown away, this looks like a next-gen game now. The PC version is, at this time of recording, the only one that kind of looks still pretty decent. But even then, at times, it can still look like a dated game that was released in 2013. The PC version at this point has been released in 2015, which means that at the time of recording, it is almost 7 years old as well. And the performance on PC at times can definitely use some improvements as well, considering that I have a high-end system and for some reason I'm still running this game at about 100 FPS. and especially if lobbies get more and more populated, that FPS tends to go down quite substantially. My question really also is Rockstar just too comfortable with it? Do they just think, it'll be fine, or they're really just busting their asses off to get it done, and is that the reason why Red Dead Online also got shafted when it comes to DLCs and event weeks? Personally, I think that it's kind of a little bit of the latter, where Rockstar is feeling a little bit too comfortable and they're just like, you know what, it'll be fine, we'll just announce the release date, chuck in another trailer, and people will buy it within the millions. Unfortunately, as much as it sounds a bit of a joke of me saying that, it's kind of also the reality. I feel that in many ways, Rockstar has gotten too comfortable with the position that they're in. They have no competition when it comes to both GTA and Red Dead Online. So whatever they do, they're going to be fine, because there really is no alternative to GTA Online or Red Dead at this current moment in time. So to say that it would really matter for them to release the game in March and with seemingly very little improvements, just it's slightly handling a little bit better and you'll be able to play it on your next gen console, I think apart from a couple of people being upset with them on Twitter, maybe spamming a hashtag, that's kind of all the backlash they will get. Because if we learn anything from the Save Red Dead Online movement, is the fact that no matter how hard you try and how many articles you get them to write about you, there really isn't anything that they're going to change within Rockstar. They will give you no response and no time of day, and they will continue to do what they do best, ignoring you and making billions of dollars. Those are my thoughts. Of course, I'd love to know what you think down in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and if you really like what you see on the channel, please do consider becoming a member, like Chloe, Robert, Captain Price, Madman Dakota, and Shapeshift Gaming. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all later.